I just love this time of year. You never know what to quite expect on a daily basis. But yeah, we had a lot of rain this year, but please bring egg cartons. We need egg cartons for the chickens. So, well, actually the chicken eggs, but yeah. So, please do that. Oh, and My Try 2030, you maybe still have seen information saying do the survey. It's mytry2030.com. It really is one of the few times that you actually have the opportunity to say what's going to be in the Tri-Cities in 2030. I mean, really, this is very important. Go there, answer the survey, write your stuff in, take advantage of it, talk about whatever's important to you, whether it's open spaces or arts or bike paths or more roller rinks, I don't know, whatever's important to you, water parks, whatever's important to you in the Tri-Cities. Put it on there. We do have a couple patron saints by the name of George Carlin and John Lennon. And John said, I believe in everything until it's disproved. So I believe in fairies, the myths, dragons. It all exists, even in your mind. Who's to say the dreams and nightmares aren't as real as the here and now? Ooh. Maybe, but okay. And George, here's a bumper sticker I'd like to see. We're all proud parents of a child whose self-esteem is sufficient that he or she doesn't need to be promoting his minor scholastic achievements on the back of our car. Ta-da! More T-shirts. Is it what it is? Is it what it is? Okay. And Some Ting Wong. So when is this old enough to know better supposed to kick in?
Yeah, really.
And don't grow up, it's a trap. I have no problem. I haven't fallen into that trap. And things that make you go, Those who make their dress a principal part of themselves will, in general, become of no more value than their dress.
I didn't get it last week either.
Didn't get it last week either? Thank you. That's a subtle way of saying that, isn't that? So, okay. Thank you. Sometimes I read things like, okay, I know I've read everything in this book, I just don't remember when it was. So, okay. Sports do not build character, they reveal it.
Yeah.
Okay. An appraiser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping that it will eat him last. And I said appraiser, didn't I? I said an appeaser. I'll just do that one again. After I go, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense.
The appraiser and
An appraiser, yeah. Could be. An appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping that he will be eaten last. No man is rich enough to buy back his past. Ta-da. Oh, Mike, congratulations, got your picture in the paper from PNNL. Too. Old picture, huh? It did look like you. I recognized you quite. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm not going to go there at all. Let's just say that we all have pictures that we are younger in, and sometimes they look like us and sometimes they don't. It looks like you, obviously, because I knew who it was. So. Aim at the sun and you may not reach it, but your arrow will fly far higher than if aimed at an object on level with yourself. Yeah. I don't know if this is Belle or Bella. Beauty and the Beast, the character, is it Belle? Okay. Belle from the Disney's animated film, Beauty and the Beast, can be glimpsed in a crowd scene in another Disney animated feature, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Who knew? Now that's an important piece of information right there. Boy, I'll tell you. If you haven't been on here on Mother's Day before, you're going to get a treat today. So sometimes I think that maybe that's sometimes why some people come here on Mother's Day. I like to think so. Qigong every Sunday in the back. Oneness blessing before and after services. So be there, be square. Clearing chakras with William and Sandra tomorrow evening from 6:30 till 8. Introducing Qigong healing with Marianne on Wednesday. Thursday is Intuitive Tarot with Janice, and ARE meets here. Huh?
They canceled for this week.
Did we? Okay. Art and Soul at noon on Saturday.
Oh, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. I had art here at the church. Cool. And I can't tell if this is just an insignia on the map, on the thing for Friday. So,
The chakra clearing is next Sunday.
Yeah, Art and Soul is next.
you are absolutely right. I was completely on the wrong week. So, everything I just said, forget it. Just forget it. Except Qigong, Sunday services, and the Oneness blessing. That one was correct. Everything else, week after. Okay. So, is Daryl doing the drumming circle on Tuesday? As far as we know. Okay, drumming circle on Tuesday. Applied Intuition, Valerie and Beth on Wednesday. ARE did cancel on Thursday. So, there you go. I got it right that time. All right. And we're called to be witnesses, not lawyers or judges. Yeah. Fortunately for Jan and I, there's not,
Tell them our story.
yeah, God's not going to have a whole lot to do when we get there because we've judged everybody. That wasn't the story you want me to tell, was it?
Okay, I got it. I gotta set the record.
Hey, you catch me on the spot, I'm liable to say anything, case in point.
You're scaring me.
I know.
Okay, so Phil and I were in the car, and there was this driver, and he was being really erratic, and you know how some drivers can be. So we were like, oh, that person is just, oh my gosh, how could anybody drive like that? And then I told Phil, I said, well, there's one person God doesn't have to judge because we've done a really good job of it. So now whenever we find ourselves a little bit judgmental, we say, well, we're making life easier for God, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So next time you feel like you can take over for God, that's the story.
Well, actually, the very next one here. God himself doesn't propose to judge a man until he's dead, so why should you? Now that timing was just perfect. Some minds are like concrete, thoroughly mixed up and permanently set. Peace starts with a smile. Yes, it does. I don't know why some people change churches. What difference does it make which one you stay home from? Stop, drop, and roll. Won't work in hell. Yeah. Sheesh. That's just awful. Anything else going on? I know we got a picnic coming up sometime in the future. Barbecue. Yeah, I'm sorry, barbecue.
Yeah, it's like the last week of June is what we ended up
June,
planning.
next month, somewhere.
Because there's so much things
Yeah.
going on.
Anyway, so, blonde joke. Sorry if you're blonde. If you're not, it's just a joke, okay? So it's, a blonde calls her boyfriend and says, please come over here and help me. I have a killer jigsaw puzzle and I can't figure out how to get it started. Her boyfriend asks, well, what's it supposed to be when it's finished? Blonde says, well, according to the picture on the box, it's a rooster. Her boyfriend decides to go over and help with the puzzle. She lets him in, shows him where the table is spread. The puzzle is spread all over the table. He studies the pieces for a moment, then looks at the box, then turns to her and says, first of all, no matter what we do, we're not going to be able to assemble these pieces into anything resembling a rooster. He takes her hand and says, secondly, I want you to relax. Let's have a nice cup of tea. And then he said with a deep sigh, let's put the cornflakes back in the box. Of course course it is. Why would I say any? And by the way, you know, anytime you people think that these are silly, you gave them to me. So this is not stuff I pick up. Josh Groban, to where you are.
Fest. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, let's see if I can inhabit this part of the room because there's irises there. I'm allergic to them. I love them. They're beautiful. And they tickle my nose. It's Mother's Day. Good news, bad news. There's so many things I could tell you about Mother's Day and the spiritual aspect of that. But I want to keep it a little narrower than just the full meal deal. Here's the thing. How many people in this room are mothers? Happy Mother's Day. Good for you. Whether you are a mother or not, you had a mother. Whether your mother raised you or not, you were still born. Unless you're a clone. Anybody here a clone? Okay, so if not, I think you're an alien, in truth. Yes, he most certainly is one of a kind. He and Phil are a pair of them. So I think it's challenging to be a mother, and it's challenging to have a mother. When my mother was still alive, Phil and I would always say, well, it's either one thing or it's your mother. Love her dearly. But moms have this unique challenge. And I think most mothers, they give birth to this screaming little thing, and most moms would die for that child. And most moms would want to take that kid out in a heartbeat given a chance. Because you know what? We can be obnoxious little human beings because we're trying to figure out who we are, where we're going, what our truth is, how to live, and we push all the boundaries, do we not? Kids push your boundaries? Boundaries and buttons, that's the things they like to push. Because they can, it's necessary, it's part of life. So having this love-struggle relationship with our parents is pretty normal, pretty natural. And we can honor and respect them for the fact that, hey, you're alive. They gave birth to you. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth, Roy. Welcome to your life. I think the most important thing that a mom can do is tell you you're okay. You know, you fall and you bump your little head or you skin your knee. What's the first thing a mom will say? Oh, you're okay, you're okay. Don't they? That's always, you're okay. And that's their role. Their role is to bring you into this life and keep you living long enough for you to learn how to be a human being. How you do that is primarily up to you. They try to guide you, but it's like herding kittens. You know, you got your own mind, your own path, your own destiny, and yours may not be anything that theirs is. No right or wrong, good or bad about that. The physical family we have chosen to be born into is twofold, so that we can learn lessons, so we can have experiences that our soul needs to have. And we're also here to help them learn. Our parents need us to help them learn. Whether they learn or not is not our business. Whether you learn the lessons they try to teach you or not, it's not important. What's important is that they gave birth to you and they keep telling you, you're okay, you got this, you could do it. And sometimes the very things that they do try to project back to us that we're not okay. Oh, you did that wrong, or, you know. But they're just trying to herd kittens. They're just trying to mold you into what they think you should be because they're trying to do their job, is to help you be a human being. And guess what? You get to be a human being your way. And your way may not be their way. I don't even make a cake the same way my mother makes a cake. My mother, bless her soul, she was kind of funny. She has a great sense of humor. I'm kind of a neatnik. And she always thought I was a little picky. I'm a Virgo, it's what we do. I don't know what to say. Anyway, she would make a cake by opening all the cabinet doors and put it in the mixer, and then she'd go get an ingredient and put it in and set it on the counter. So then all the cabinet doors were open and all the ingredients ended up on the counter. Well, that's not how I make a cake. How I make a cake is really weird. It's very Virgo. Anybody else a Virgo in here? One person will relate to this. The rest of you can understand the trauma that my mother experienced on my behalf. I take out all the ingredients and lay them on one side of the mixer. And then when I use it, I put it on the other side of the mixer. And then after it's done, I put them away. Cabinet doors still clean, counters are clean, wipe them down, it's all good. Not my mom. The stuff would be on the counter for days after she made a cake. Cake could be gone and the ingredients are still on the countertop. Did that make her wrong? No, she made a great cake. I make the same cake, it's great. We just do it differently. And if we were to take that cake making process and make that about right or wrong, good or bad, one of us would be bad. She thought I was whacked. I thought she was whacked. Bottom line is there's no wrong way the cake gets made. There's no wrong way to live your life. You're living. The task is to be alive. The task is to be aware enough to make your own decisions. And the task is to get to this place of being okay, knowing that you're okay, and being able to nurture and comfort yourself. Here's the thing. Our parents can't do that. We think they can. We think they should. Our mother should have made us feel wonderful. Our mother should have made us feel confident and secure in all things. You're alive. You became an adult. Most of us did. That was their job. The nurturing is your responsibility. Let me get the mother finger going. How many people had a mother that used the mother finger? Okay. Am I giving flashbacks to you right now? It's our responsibility. It's my responsibility. If I'm feeling insecure, it's no one's responsibility but mine. Mama picked me up and said, "You're okay," gave me some encouragement, but now that I'm an adult, that encouragement, that nurturance needs to be self-generated. One of the wonderful things my mother had great phrases. One thing she used to say she got from her mother. My grandmother had third grade education. She just took care of family. That's what they did way back then. And one of her phrases was, "You don't pay him, no, never mind." Don't you pay him, no, never mind. Meaning, don't let it bother you. Powerful words. May not be correct English, but powerful stuff. Don't you pay him, no, never mind. So you don't have to let other people's opinions or attitudes affect you. If you're doing what you came here to do, that's what matters. Everybody else's opinion is just their opinion. And the divine source can tell you, you're okay. You're okay. Pick yourself up. You're okay. It may hurt a little bit right now, but you're okay. Listen to this. Psalms 32, verse 7. Thou art my hiding place. Thou dost preserve me from trouble, and thou dost surround me with songs of deliverance. That's what we want our mamas to do. Oh, come here, honey. Oh, let me sing you a song. Let me sing you a lullaby. It'll be all okay. And when we don't have a mama to do that for us, we do that for ourselves. It's totally inappropriate to go crawl in our mama's lap when we're 42 and say, "Mama, I don't feel good." But you can get that same encouragement. Your mama's always the words they say are always going to be there. Don't you pay him, no, never mind. or her, no, never mind. That'll stick with you. What are some things that your mama said to you? I'm sure there are things that come up in your world, and some of them good and some of them you don't want to ever hear again. So find the ones that work for you and hang on to those, and the ones that don't, release them. That's just their way of trying to herd you as a kitten. Oh, I think I'll go climb this curtain. No, yank you off the curtain. We do bizarre things as children because we're trying to figure out where the boundaries are. And sometimes when we push a boundary, what comes back is less than kind. Don't you pay that no, never mind. Listen to the boundary. Is this a safe boundary? Do I need to pay attention to that? If it's important for you, then recognize that boundary and remain safe. Find safety for yourself. And call upon this divine nature to bring you that nurturance. Because that's what divine nature is all about. You're okay. You're okay. It hurts right now, but you'll be better. You'll figure this out. You got this. You're okay. If you don't feel okay, somebody else's voice is in your head. If you don't feel okay right now, somebody else's voice is in your head. Tell them to shut the heck up. Divine Source's voice is what needs to be in your head right now. Divine Source is all about love. And there's no wrong, no bad. It's just, okay, what we learn? You're okay. It hurts right now really bad. Stand up again and try again. When a child is learning to walk, they fall down. And what does a mama do? Mama picks them up, stands them on their feet, try again. Let Divine Source pick you up, put you on your feet, and you try again. Try it new. Try something different. If that didn't work out so well for you, if running headlong didn't work for you, slow down a little bit. If you're not doing too well, just standing still, move. Do it differently. Try again. You're okay. You're okay. And your nurturance is self-generated, but sometimes we don't have it within ourselves. So reach to a higher source that can gift that to you, that can nurture you, that can fill you in ways that you can't fill yourself. In ways that perhaps you've been diminished by others, Spirit can now fill in a new way for you. Because you're okay. Pick yourself up. We'll try it again. It's all okay. It's just a fall. It's just a trip. It's okay. And just because you don't like it and it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it's good. It's not good for you. Darn it. It's like we get our inner child and our inner brat confused. Our inner child is this wonderful little innocent thing that wants to try new things, is open curiosity, is full of wonderment. Oh, I wonder what that's all about. And the inner brat goes, no, I want it this way. This is the only way it's going to work for me. It's got to look like this. Everybody's got to do it this way. I've got to have it this way. And this is how it is. And when it doesn't get its needs met, it throws a temper tantrum. And then it either has to, oh, well, I'm just going to eat that whole cake because I deserve it because people don't treat me right. No, your body doesn't deserve a whole cake. Maybe a piece. What your body deserves is for you to honor it and to discipline it and to treat it with respect. And when we can do that, we're setting up this nurturance system that will support us. Because I guarantee you eat that whole cake and how are you going to feel? Guilty, bad, and then all sugared out. So you're either going to be, what am I going to do now? Or you're going to be, one of the two. That's what it does for us, right? And that's not fun. But we think we deserve it because people didn't treat me the way I want to be treated. So I have to do this, or I have to do that, or drink, or smoke, or whatever. Whatever. We cater to that inner brat that drove our mothers nuts. And it drives us nuts. But the inner child is this wonderful, innocent, creative, honest, pure being of light that wants to try, that wants to have a new perspective. I wonder what that's all about. I wonder what I could learn about that. Oh, look, a bug. There's a bunch of people that just looked back at Phil when I did that. He's a perfect example a lot of the time. So what are you going to do? So what are you going to do? Which one are you going to honor? You're going to honor the inner brat? Or are you going to honor the inner child, that innocent, the childlike wonder? And that childlike wonder, we shut it down because we don't want it to get hurt. But hurt is a part of growth. Oh, I banged into the wall. I don't think I want to do that anymore. Instead of being mad and angry at the wall, I can back up and go, I won't do that again. I wonder why I did that. I wonder what else I could do. Wonder if I could do something differently. Oh, look, there's a whole room I could walk into. I don't have to hit my head on a wall. But we think in absolutes because our inner child takes over. Our inner brat takes over. Now, the inner brat is just the dark side of the inner child. And the inner brat is just the aspect of us that feels less than. And if we nurture that inner brat appropriately with discipline and care and encouragement, it morphs back into the inner child. So we don't want to punish the inner brat. We want to just take a look at it and say, nice try, bud, but not working. There's a whole system of childhood education called Love and Logic. One of the best tools is to say, nice try. And because if you tell a kid, well, nice try, then they know I am not pulling the wool over their eyes at all. And you could say that to yourself. Oh, nice try, inner brat. No, we're not doing that. We're going to do this. And it helps to have a plan for your life. When we have a plan for our lives, then we're not thrown off kilter so much. That makes sense? But when we're just running off the cuff, the inner brat can just take over in a heartbeat. So I'm going to challenge your inner brat today. Don't really like the word challenge, but I am. I'm going to challenge your inner brat. Every Mother's Day, we like to hand out roses to everyone, whether you're a mother or not. Just everybody gets a rose. Rose is the highest vibrational flower on the planet. And it smells really good, too. And they have thorns, so watch for thorns. I'm going to ask Valerie and Phil to come help me hand them out. And here's the thing. I want you to keep your eyes closed until one is delivered to you. Because your inner brat is going to say, I want a pink one. I didn't get a pink one. But I've asked Spirit to guide us in this random delivery so that you will receive what you need to receive. The energetic construct of whatever color it is, the energetic construct of the flower itself. Maybe it's got a critted up leaf or a gnarled up petal. That will have significance for you. If there's a dry spot, are you not drinking enough water? Are you not giving yourself refreshing enough times to bless yourself? Your rose, whatever's going to be handed to you, is going to have a message specific for you. So ask to be gifted with the one that will share with you what you need right now. The color will have significance. Any attributes for that will have significance. So let's just take a moment. Let's do a guided meditation and prepare for that. Mr. Phil, if you'd hit the lights, please, sir. Deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale, and allow yourself to find center, the center of your being, the part of you that is your core, the part of you that holds
your own inner wisdom. Some of us have forgotten where that is. Notice the space between your breastbone and your spine, the safest part of your physical form. And as your attention is focused on this space, do a little housekeeping here. If it's full of sorrow or pain or judgment of yourself or someone else, be mindful of that. Look at that. Notice that. Notice that with childlike wonder and say to yourself, I wonder if I could release that. I wonder if I'm ready to release that. I wonder if there's a better way to be. And with your mind's eye, with your awareness, bring your attention to the top of your head. This is your willingness to connect with spirit. It's always open, it's always connected. But let's consciously, with our awareness, expand that connection and allow yourself to open up to divine presence. This divine comfort, this divine strength. And as you do that, you're connected to heavenly realms, ethereal realms. And energy from this higher plane of existence pours down into the top of your head, shines through your body into your heart space. And let your heart space fill with this light of love. This light of love is powerful. It's not weak, it's powerful, it's strong, it's supportive, it's caring, it's nurturing. And it pushes any unpleasantness out of your heart space. And that needs some place to go. So bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. And as you do so, energy portals there will open, and this denser energy can just fall out the bottoms of your feet. Let it fall all the way to the core of the earth, where it's melted, transformed back into energy. Letting more and more of this loving light, this presence, this divine awareness, this sacredness pouring into your heart space. And let it shine through you, pushing every last little bit of unpleasant, negative, hostile, fearful energy out away from you. You don't need it. It's not necessary for your spiritual existence. It's not necessary for your physical existence. And now gently close the bottoms of your feet, and you're a vessel of light. Letting more and more love and light fill your heart space, fill your body, feel the energy field around your body. And that energy is saying to you, you're okay. You're okay. We're going to find another way. We're going to do it differently. We're going to try again. You're okay. Together, we're okay. That divine light, that divine energy is saying, let me help you. Let me help you find another way. And as you're receiving that energy and being filled with that energy, just be with that and sit with that. And Valerie and Phil, if you would help me. We'll place the flower in your hand. Hopefully you'll when you receive your flower, just open your eyes and be aware. Sorry.
The color is perfect. It's what I
Oh,
have
that's
on.
the same color you're wearing.
It's the same color I'm wearing, and I just found this. Oh, I haven't worn that in a long, long time.
So you must have pre-got the
I
message.
did, and
It's kind of a
as I
coral.
look at this rose, it is so perfect. However, it's growing, and it's got new growth here and there, and it's changing. And as I was going through the process of the meditation, I had a very real life experience coming here this morning that I used. And it was very powerful for me to see it differently and to know it's going to be okay. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
The energy of the coral.
I knew there was a word, I couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, coral. It is, it's pink and orange together, isn't it right? Pink and orange is coral. So you have the love, and then orange is about your tribe, is about who you are and where you're going and your family and that sort of thing. Does that make sense? So you're creating, it's creativity. So you're creating a new world for yourself. So very appropriate color for that. Yes, another one here.
Well, I kept thinking the multicolored. I love the layers. I love the multicolors of it, the differences in it. It has a broken little wing, what I call a little broken wing, and the imperfections of some of the leaves, the bent. They're kind of bent. And then one of the petals is looks a little dry. But yeah, so that's what I got out of it.
So it's letting you know you don't have to be perfect,
Yeah.
that you're loved and honored as you are, and there's many layers to you.
Yes,
That's
there
very
are.
true as well. Very
there
true
are.
as well.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at mine, anybody else? One more over here. Pass that down.
I got the yellow one with the pink accents.
Beautiful.
And it's very, very, very full. And it's at the around the edges, it's what's not being needed is still is falling away, but it still looks beautiful while it's doing it.
Awesome.
So-
Awesome. So you're probably releasing things you no longer need, and you're able to let go of stuff that's not necessary and look good doing it. Awesome. Mine has one of the leaves is kind of green and kind of opening up. It's just starting to open up. It's really closed. So I have some new things coming. Kind of excited about, but I'm not ready to open up about it yet. So that's kind of, that closed is confirming that for me. Thank you. Mr. Phil, if you join me up front. By the way, if you want to, when you take them home, if you cut the ends and put them in warm water, not hot water, but warm water, they'll stay fresh longer. And we have extras. So actually, we probably have enough. I don't know how many people are here. We almost have enough for you to take one more for yourself.
Not that many. for
Not that
everybody.
many?
No, but quite a
course.
few. So.
All right, communion. This is a physical manifestation of our connection to one another, to divine source. It's steeped in history and tradition throughout the years, but this is your moment to nourish yourself spiritually, to acknowledge that you are okay, and that there is divine source here to help and assist. So would you join me in prayer, please? Loving Spirit of light, sometimes we forget that we're okay. We get lost and we feel like we're stumbling and struggling. Please help us to take on this life, take it in with joy and with wonderment. Ask that you walk with us in all things. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. As that continues around, join us in prayer again, please. Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it. Nourish us, strengthen us, bless us. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. Amen.
Yes. Oh, you want to do this? Well, get up here.
My tribe. I don't know how to put this into the words that perhaps are the most correct. I'll ask Spirit to get my attention, give it attention. Our lives, William's and mine, have been totally changed over the years that we have come to know that we not only deserve, but that's the way that God would have us to be fully abundant. And this is about telling you what has worked for us. We tithe, and we had 10%. We've been doing it for years. I could tell you story after story of what has happened in our lives, that we have been blessed with abundance. And this is not about bragging me. This is about God showing up in our lives and saying, this is the way it's supposed to be, Sandra. It's okay. I'm here with you. And so I encourage you to go into your heart space and investigate what it is that you would like to have in your life. And put energy into it. Trust, just like this process this morning of trusting that it's okay. It's okay to take a risk. It's okay to do but I need this, and I gotta save this. I've got to hold back. Take a risk sometime. Just experiment. It doesn't have to be all at once. Experiment and watch what Spirit will do for you in your life. I'm so grateful to be here in your presence this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Roy, you want to come share your story? Okay, so we had our air conditioner stop working. We thought, oh gosh, this is an old system. We're going to have to really fork up the bucks and get a new one. Fortunately, it was just an air filter. So Roy was on task to get a new air filter, and he has quite a story to share. Go ahead, Roy.
Well, like you all know, we lost air conditioning last week and due to the filters being clogged. So we needed new filters. So I figured, well, that's simple, just go to Ace Hardware, pick them up, boom, we're done. Piece of cake. We go to Ace Hardware, guess what? We don't make that kind. So they should go send me to Lowe's. Well, what I needed was a 20 by 20 by 20 by 4 and a 20 by 24 by 2. So I go to Lowe's. They have a 20 by 20 by 4. All right, great. That's going to fit perfect. They don't have a 20 by 24. Don't make it, they said. So Carol was with me. We bring the 20 by 20 by 4 back. Go to put it in the slot, it doesn't fit. Now, William, when you buy something, 2 by 4 is always less than what they advertise as it. This was 4 5/8. It won't fit a 4-inch slot. So now we've got to take it back, and I'm going, I have no idea what to do. We're totally frustrated at this point. We need 2 filters that we can't find. And what do we do with these things? Going down the road, block and a half from Lowe's on Columbia Center Boulevard, a truck pulls out in front of me. AirTech, HVAC and filters. So Carol's driving, so I'm writing down this number real quick in the address, and I call him, I go, give it a chance. Guys, do you have this? Oh, yeah, no problem. Come in tomorrow morning, we'll give it to you. So I go in there, they have the 20 by 20 by 4. They don't have a 20 by 24 by 2. And she goes, well, I'll have to special order it. And I'm going, well, if you got to special order it, you got to special order it. Okay, fine. So I'm putting the other filter. I come back to the church. I'm putting the other filter, and I get a phone call. Guess what? We found them in stock. So what it showed me in my personal and my spiritual life was, don't be anxious for anything. God will work it out. I mean, what's the chance of driving down Columbia Center Boulevard in a truck, maybe?
And thank you, Roy, for doing that.
Thank you, Roy. And we think we got it all figured out, right? I love it when that divine intervention happens. Give me a sign. Here's a sign or a billboard on a truck. I love it. So, Mr. Phil, have you got a closing song, my beloved?
Yep.
Yep.
I can see clearly now.
I can see clearly now.